Fluffy.
And we're live.
Camel leader in the house.
On a flyby.
Special guest tonight.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah.
We are live.
We are live. We're live.
Ah.
We have Camel leader 1, special guest.
Evening, darling.
Hello, darling.
It's been far too long.
That's the best avatar I think I've ever seen. That's absolutely hilarious.
Took us a while to find it, like, but
it's amazing. It's brilliant.
I thought it was like, I thought it was similar to like the Star Wars name, or like Rogue Leader 1 or something.
Well, that's what it's based on, but
you say that you can go like hours without having to go for a piss. That's why.
It is. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's a mashup of Star Wars and the fact that he's got an iron bladder and he doesn't have to go for a piss for like hours. He can actually hold it.
It's probably not a good thing when I get out of like, but
it's at the moment. Oh, Camel leader. Yeah. I was sitting on an airplane. Me, Dr. Smack Talk there, and Camel leader, and that's why he come up with the name, because he literally went the whole plane journey with just like one piss.
Really?
So he done well. He done well. He done well. Whereas Stephen, I think he spent on the way back. Dr. Smack Talk there, he spent most of the plane journey in the pan.
Right. Yeah, but dodgy.
He disappeared for about an hour. And it was
an hour. It was 20 minutes.
He was there that long. There was people walking in the back of the plane to get on the boat.
We landed twice as well.
We landed twice.
What can I say? It was like we were flying Ryanair and the toilet was comfortable on the seat I was in.
Oh, God.
That is true. That is very true.
One image. Oh. No, man.
So why have we gathered here on this nice Sunday?
Blackadder special.
It's the Blackadder special. Yeah,
was that the full song there?
That's actually all I know. I should play. Song.
On the second on series 2, the actual theme tune. Well, it was the outro theme tune at the end. It was different every episode. They changed the lyrics because he was being chased by this like irritating minstrel down in this garden, and they changed the lyrics every episode. It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, so there you go.
Yeah. I'm sort of most inexperienced because I've only seen like 2 episodes. Right, is Camel leader up to?
My favourite one's the First World War one, so I've watched that a few times.
I've seen that one, right?
Yeah. Well, Henry, I can't believe you haven't watched this because I was obsessed with this when I was a kid.
I know.
Like in my teens.
It's sort of similar. This is similar humor to Red Dwarf. It's a similar humor to Red Dwarf, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean this and Red Dwarf, I was obsessed.
Very British, and I have actually got a couple of quotes. I've got a couple of things. I found a few. Red Dwarf last week.
Great. But the thing is, it's a way Captain Kebab tells him because he's got superb delivery. Like.
I was just looking for some good ones. I've never actually seen them. But these tickle me fancy. Right, shall we try one? We'll try one.
Go on then. Give it a go.
Right. Baldric, your head is as empty as a eunuch's underpants. That sort of ties into Red Dwarf last week, doesn't it?
It does.
The chief eunuch.
It does. There's another. Not to stop you, but there's another Red Dwarf crossover as well because Chris Barry is actually in one of the episodes of Blackadder.
Is he?
So Dr. Smacktalk, can you remember him being in it?
I can indeed. He was the French ambassador. No,
he was. He was in series 3.
Ambassador. Was you a Reek Gimp?
He was a bit of a gimp. He was. But it was a nice like sort of crossover. I forgot he was in it because I know we're debating last week about somebody being in Red Dwarf who wasn't. I can't remember what it was, but it's a nice crossover. Chris Barry, he's maybe one of the episodes that we'll make decide to watch, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So you got any more quotes?
I have. He has a quick one. I think it's Blackadder. I'm assuming that's Blackadder. He says, "I lost dearer friends the last time I was deloused." So I'm assuming he's talking to Baldrick or something.
I think so. Yeah.
He's not his closest friend, is he? No. He loused. Goodbye.
I have a good one. There's Blackadder and Baldrick are having a discussion. Blackadder says, "The ancient Greeks wrote in legend of a terrible container in which all the evils of the world were trapped. How prophetic they were. All they got wrong was the name. They called it Pandora's box, when of course they meant Baldrick's trousers." To which Baldrick replies, "It certainly can get a bit whiffy, there's no doubt about that." To which Blackadder replied, "We are told that when the box was opened, the whole world turned to darkness and misfortune because of Pandora's fatal curiosity. Baldrick, I charge you now, for the good of all mankind, never allow curiosity to lead you to open your trousers. Nothing of interest lies therein."
See, I don't know how they kept a straight face, me, like with some of these lines.
Must have been a few takes, like, wasn't it?
It must have been. Honestly, it must have been. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I've got a corker here, mate. A corker. Right. It's a bit saucy, right? That girl is wetter than a haddock's bathing costume. They wouldn't get away with that today. They wouldn't get away with that now.
Well, not nowadays.
Which one is it again from series 2? What's he says? It's a letter from my girlfriend. Who? Jane Harrington. Jane buried in a Y-shaped coffin. Goes like the privy door when the plague's in town.
You're not talking about an arm there, are you?
Jane buried me in a Y-shaped coffin, Harrington. You see, that's my favourite series, that series too, honestly. We'll talk about it in a minute, but it's just got so many great lines.
I just want to say Wibble.
Yeah, Wibble, yeah. Wibble. Yeah. Gets sent home for being mad from the one. Yeah. Wibble, stick 2 pencils up your nose.
Underpants on your head, yeah.
I just remember... Yeah, I just remember one of the lines from series 2, where he's going to see the witch woman, the wise woman, and that stupid crone who was like pestering him outside the tent, and just like getting on his.
Is this pussy?
It's just getting on his nerves. It's just getting on his nerves, and he just goes, "I don't know, just a wild stab in the dark." Which is incidentally what you'll be getting if you don't try and be wild. Absolutely brilliant. Oh,
I've got one more. Uh-huh. I think it's Blackadder on the Baldrick again. He says, Baldrick says, "I'm sorry I'm late, sir." And Blackadder says, "No, don't bother apologising. I'm sorry you're alive." It just cuts him down all the time.
He does. I've got one more. It's Blackadder talking to Baldrick, and he says, "This place stinks like a pair of armoured trousers after the 100 Years' War. Baldrick, have you been eating dung again?" Just... that was a running theme in season 2 where he was always going about eating dung.
Didn't say.
It's just a dung for dinner.
So like,
right where he is talking about Baldrick's fetish for turnips.
He's turnip fetish.
I was watching an episode the other night, and he said, "What if what if I give Baldrick £1,000? And he says, wow, I'd buy 1,000 turnips, my lord, or something.
That's right.
He says, what if I give you £1 million? Wow, I could buy 1,000,000 turnips.
Did you not go, I'll buy a great big turnip in the country?
No, it's like I'll buy a great big turnip in the country. Yeah, he says,
yeah.
£1 million. Oh, that's so easy. I'll buy a great big turnip in the country.
Turnip in the country, yeah. It's
which season is it when he lives down in the quarters down below, and he's they have the birthday party when the Queen comes and have the false tits on and everything.
Oh no!
You get. Yeah, you're getting mixed up with a few there. It's
they're not Benedict.
He's at your uncle or like priest or something, and they come in 2 rooms at once.
That's a Whiteadder. It's season 2, series 2, and they have it. Yeah, he can't drink. He's a massive lightweight Blackadder in series 2, and he's drinking water, and they're all getting pissed. It's like all his mates are there. There's like Hugh Laurie's there, and Stephen Fry turns up with a massive pair of gold breasts. And at the same time, he's like Puritarian relatives turn up, and about his inheritance, and she keeps slapping him. Every time, or she keeps slapping Baldrick and slapping him. And he's trying to stay off the drinking, and they force him to have like one drink, and he just totally loses the plot.
Have like a massive orgy or something, don't they? Yeah.
It's like a huge orgy going on at the end. It's Miriam Margolyes is his auntie. There's loads of famous people in who are like still like acting now, like in some of them episodes. Is like every single one. Somebody pops up, and I just love. Yeah.
I think they're all like intelligent people, aren't they? So they've all done well for themselves, haven't they?
It's all like sort of alternative comedian lot.
Yeah.
Like even Adrian Edmondson's in one of the episodes. He plays the Red Baron in season 4. He goes up against Flashheart. I was actually going to suggest we'll watch that episode actually because it's absolutely brilliant. Private Plane from season 4. Yeah. Blackadder goes 4th. It's brilliant.
I think the best line in all of the series is in series 4, and it's in the last episode when they're about to go over the top, and Melchett ends up dumping Captain Darling.
Darling with
them.
Darling, yeah.
Blackadder stand there and they're all talking, and George goes, "Sir, I'm scared, sir." And Baldrick goes, "I'm scared too, sir." George goes, "I'm the last of the tiddlywinking leapfroggers from the golden summer of 1940. I don't want to die. I'm really not dying at all, sir." George Blackadder goes, "How are you feeling, darling?" Barry replies, "Not that good, Blackadder. Rather thought I'd get through the whole show, go back to working at Pratt & Sons, keep working for the Korean gentleman, marry Doris." And this is the best bit. This is the best bit. Made note of my diary on the way here. Somebody says, "Bugger."
Bugger. I know it's really sad. The last episode, it's really poignant.
How they did the end was really good, because it obviously was a comedy.
It's fantastic.
And the way they stopping slow motion, and everything, fantastic.
Is that where they go across the trench?
Yeah, they go across no man's land.
Well, it does. You don't see it. It stops when they go over the top, and then it stops, doesn't it? So and then it just goes, music and everything.
Yeah. So does it explain how they're all in different time periods, or are they just reincarnated?
No. It's meant to be his relatives throughout the centuries.
So
it's just all.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all like each other's great grandfather sort of thing, like a great grandfather.
And they all end up together.
But it's funny because there's subtle differences with each of the series. Well, and some not so subtle. Like season 3, where he's he's a butler, and he's kind of sort of low level, whereas all the other series is quite sort of highly thought of. Like in the first one, he's a prince. Yeah. The second season, he's a lord. Third one, he's like a butler, and then the 4th season, he's a captain in the army. But in the 3rd series, that's his lowest sort of rank in society. He's like a butler, but he ends up. That's the only series where he actually wins as a character at the end. I don't know if you remember the end, but he basically gets caught for having an orgy with the Duke of Wellington's nieces, and he challenges him to a duel by cannon.
That's what I was going to mention. I had that in my mind. I forgot about it. Yeah, they bring cannon, don't they? Yeah,
they do. And he switches places with the stupid Prince Regent, who's Hugh Laurie. Yeah, and he ends up getting killed. And he's quite evil actually. What he does, and he lets him die as the butler, and he assumes the position of like Prince Regent. So he's really quite evil actually in the third season.
Quite cunning.
He's cunning, cunning.
Yeah.
He's got a cunning plan.
One of the best ones is when they does the dictionary.
Oh, that's amazing. You see, that's another person like Robbie Coltrane. It plays Dr. Johnson, who invented the dictionary, and he's absolutely hilarious. Like, and some of the it's funny on about one-liners, but some of the lines in that I don't know how they remembered them, because he keeps making up words to piss him off.
So you go
transboxic, even compunctious,
cause you such
pericompopulations. That's how many times
he only has one word for everything, doesn't he? Yeah.
He does.
He has one copy as well.
Yeah.
He's got one copy.
Like, sausage!
Damn your eyes! Blast your eyes. This is brilliant.
Forgot sausage from his dictionary. Oh, and aardvark.
Yeah. That's a good one. That one. Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And, is that the season? Is that the season with the two actors as well? Right?
Yeah,
he keeps saying Macbeth.
Yeah, well, that's him from the Carry On films. Is that in it? What's it called?
The older fella.
Kenneth Colley. He was in a Lower.
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Hello was class, wasn't it?
Kenneth Connor, isn't it? Kenneth Connor.
Something like that, yeah.
Kenneth Connor, he was in the Carry Ons. I just remembered his name. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Has anybody got top 3 episodes, or should he just gonna?
I was going to think. I was just going to add a couple of like topics to talk about rather than go doing top 3s, because it's a bit like it's when you make like. Me and Stephen watch them religiously, so they're probably ingrained in our brains, and they'll probably just come back to you in bits and bobs. Yeah. So I was gonna probably move on to like sort of the greatness of Rick Mail, because he's in 2 episodes, and he plays he plays Lord, he plays Flashheart, and obviously it's a mirror of what happened, like what we're talking about Blackadder, like how he's his own grandfather or great grandfather down the years. And obviously, it's the same. It's the same with Flashheart. It's the same with Baldrick. It was the same with Percy in the first 2 seasons. Yeah. Same with Melchett. Like it's just the generations and generations going down. But Rick Mail in that first episode in season 2, when he comes in, because season 1, like a lot of people don't like season 1 because it's like it's so different to the rest. And because it was written by Rowan Atkinson and Richard Curtis, and then what happened from season 2 onwards, Rowan Atkinson dipped out and Ben Elton took over, and you can really tell.
He's a bit more he's a bit more like Mr. Bean in the first one, isn't he? I think anyway.
He's a sniveling idiot, and Baldrick's kind of the clever one, whereas the flipped roles from season 2 onwards. And then Rick Mail comes in the first episode of season 2, and he absolutely steals the show. I mean, you've got Bob, the girl who plays Bob. Bob. I mean, they basically rerun the same episode in for Private Plane in Blackadder Goes Forth, because Bob's in it as well.
No, it's not. Yeah, Bob's in that one, but is it not Major Star when Melchett falls in love with
That's who Laurie, George, he's good. He falls in love with him.
With Charlie Chapman. with his
Aye,
slug on his nose, on his moustache.
He writes Charlie Chaplin a telegram, doesn't he? Like telling him how shit he is.
Yeah. And he has to watch him forever, doesn't he?
Aye. That's brilliant. But I remember
we're diverse and all.
I was just going to say, because we were about quotes before, and some of the quotes from Rick Mail when he comes in for like one scene, and it's like the wedding, and he's like Nursey, I like it firm and fruity. Is that a canoe in my pocket? Down, boy. It's just unbelievable. So some of the lines, he just like nuts like Melchett. It's just
when he totally, because he's totally ad-libbing the entire scene, isn't he?
Oh, totally! Yeah, he's amazing.
He throws Percy through the doors.
He nuts Percy, not Melchett.
And the whole set just shakes and claps almost on the stage. The wall just wobbles and everything because
he just throws him through the doors, doesn't he? He just
picks Tim back and then Rio just hoys him through the door. He's like, what the hell's going on?
He's like an absolute whirlwind.
When he turns in the trenches and he just punches Blackadder, he's just going, pooh.
It's an amazing one. He's brilliant. Like, he's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. But I mean, just some of the people who were in it, when, like, in season 1, you had like Brian Blessed, like Peter Cook. Yeah. Like season 2, you had like we see all like Miriam Margolyes just crops up. There's just absolutely loads of people in it. You don't realise till you watch it back, and it's like, bloody hell, can't believe all these people were in Blackadder.
They had some good people in it, like, yeah.
It's brilliant.
I thought it's going to make a new season on there. Maybe a new one.
I didn't read it. I am.
Talking about it.
Yeah, because somebody who tweeted it, one of you tweeted it, didn't you? And I went.
Yeah, so.
And I went on my reply. Like Melchett.
Great timing, wasn't it?
Oh, it's perfect. It was. I couldn't believe it. Like, well, just because obviously we just mentioned it last week, didn't we? That we just mentioned Blackadder, and then that story come out.
I was just thinking how there could be like really like corrupt politicians. That's a sort of
that'd be brilliant.
Like like remember Alan Bastard?
I was just going to say the same thing. He was
Rick Mills, blasphemy. Alan Bastard,
New Statesman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
New Statesman. That was brilliant.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That would be a good way of bringing them back. But it's been a while. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
Since last season. 20 years? Has it been 20 years?
It's well, they've had a bunch of spin-offs, but they haven't done a proper one since like '89 or whenever Blackadder goes fourth finished.
Well,
they've done a bunch of spin-offs. See, they did the Christmas special, which I really like, which we talked about last week. They did one for Comic Relief, Cavalier Years, where he was like, I think Stephen Fry was King Charles, Charles I, I think. It was during the Civil War.
Yeah.
And they did Blackadder go back and forth for the millennium. And I think that was kind of the last real thing they did. Where he was in like present day, and he had a time machine. And
didn't they go into the future and stuff like that? And
yeah, he goes all over. They go at the future in the Christmas special because he's like
it's a
intergalactic sort of warlord person, isn't he? And he's like,
didn't you have just like underpants or something?
It's Baldrick. Baldrick's just got a pair of like leather underpants on.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrific. He's standing there. He's like scruffy, and he's just got a pair of like brown leather underpants on. Yeah. It's just it's awful.
It's so bad. It's funny.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. Like, but just like just some of the other some of the bits and bobs from the storylines, like characters like Mrs. Miggins. It's just absolutely
Mrs.
class. Mrs. Miggins pie shop. I remember the episode where he becomes the Lord Chief Executioner, and he tries to have like the weekend off, so he hurries up all the executions, and this woman's husband, like, he gets a pardon, but they've killed him, and they've got to like pretend that he's alive. So he sends Percy out to like sort of like stall for time, and he's talking to this guy's widow. That's just his widow, and he's like, you might notice a difference because they're going to put a bag on Blackadder's head, and he's going to pretend he's him. And he's going, you might notice a bit of a difference with your husband. He's lost. She's going, yes, I'm prepared for the fact that he may have lost some weight. And he goes, and some height. It's like perfect comedy delivery. It's like, some height. Amazing.
He's got a new haircut.
No, it's just superb. It always sticks in my mind, that line. This is class. And some height.
I'll just put this out there. Woof.
Woof. Hi, that's a flash hot.
Yeah.
I love your one-line quotes.
What have you had for tonight?
And also, Stephen, you remember this? Remember the Bishop of Bath and Wells?
The Bishop of Bath and Wells.
the baby eating Bishop.
During christenings and eats them in the vestry afterwards.
Oh, you've never seen such a grotesque character than the baby eating Bishop of Bath and Wells. He's just horrific. But no, it's brilliant. So, do you want to watch an episode?
I have private plane queued up at 0.
Private plane. Has everyone got private plane?
Well, I will watch this like.
You can just watch it. You can watch it on Netflix if you've got Netflix. Well, yeah, you got Netflix.
To you, I have 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Which season is that?
It's in season 4. Blackadder goes 4th, and it's the 4th episode.
4. Right.
I'm gonna have to search for it. Give us 2 seconds. Man.
Yeah, we'll wait. Let's know about that. God says it's rated 15 on you.
Oh, I cannot watch it then.
Why?
Too young.
Oh, you know who else is it? Who else is in? Who I'd forgot about before? Tom Baker. It was in season 2, and he plays Captain Redbeard Rum. He's an absolute lunatic, and he honestly has some of the best lines ever. Like everything Blackadder does, he compares it to a woman. It's like, you have a woman's lips, my lord. I wager those bare lips have never. He just like waffles on and on and on. But yeah, Tom Baker, he's just randomly in it. He's just.
Which one am I going for? Am I going for Queen Elizabeth one hour or the first?
That's
one?
not on. So if you select season 4. Season 4.
You have a woman's purse, my lord. I'll wager that purse has never had 4 shipwrecked mariners tossing in it.
We're going First World War.
Aye.
What episode?
So it's 4. Private plane.
Yeah. Right, I'm ready.
If you wait, we'll do a countdown, and we'll all start it at the same time.
Yeah.
You have a woman's legs, my lord. I wager those legs have never been chopped off by a collapsing male scene and swept over the side in a storm.
And now they have yours.
You're wrong. The table goes over.
And he goes, oh, God.
Well, I've got the band on my screen, so we're going for it.
Right, have you paused? Are you paused? Is everyone ready?
I've got 1 second on, so I'm going for it.
Right, yeah. That's all right. Right, so after I'll count down to 3, 2, 1, then we'll press play. All right. So 3, 2, 1, and play. There you go.
Took that down.
And we're off. You see.
It's all right. It's World War.
It's World War One.
First World War.
Oh yeah, I recognise him out of the Carry On films.
Yeah.
The lad with the glasses on.
That's Billy Baldrick. He's on.
Was it?
Aye.
Darling.
Captain Darling.
You know the nervous tactic of Captain Darling.
Mm-hmm.
That took Tim McInerney 2 months to get rid of it because it became an actual nervous tick after the 6-week rehearsal and shooting schedule.
Oh my
couldn't
God!
Get rid of it. No.
So he had 2 months which he couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah. Slight limp.
Oh, we shot up 1 million cannon shells. What's the result? 1 dashing with a slight limp.
It's brilliant.
He's never changed, has he?
Nah, he looks exactly the same. He looks the same now as he did.
I think he's Benjamin Button, isn't he?
Ah,
He doesn't age like.
Always look cool.
Kid.
He's
He went to university in Newcastle, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's Ron Atkinson. Is he not from Newcastle?
No, he went to uni here. Don't think he's from here.
I think that's why
Might have that wrong.
I don't think he's from here.
Yeah, he's from Consett.
Is he?
Aye, Consett. He's from the area, isn't he?
Awesome.
I think he's from
Stephen, that was one of your favourite lines. Where are you, you bastard?
After writing your mother in London Zoo.
Right, flying cause, isn't it? Precursor to the RAF.
I was flying. His house.
House. I know what your thing is. You show this to somebody in America who only knows him from House, and they'd be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah. Same with Stephen Fry.
Yeah. Because he still looks the same and all. Hugh Laurie doesn't look much different, and it looks dishevelled in House. But
did you know that? And this is a bit of useless trivia for you. That Rowan Atkinson and Stephen Fry are only actually 2 years different in age, and Rowan Atkinson is actually the older of the two.
Is he? Yeah, right.
When you're looking at him, like you say, Benjamin Button, you wouldn't.
Doesn't age. He looks the same now as he does back then.
I wouldn't have said
talking about age is like obvious in Pet. To kind of off the thing, yeah, but Neville is older than Dennis.
Is he?
In real life?
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have expected that. Right.
You wouldn't think that now, looking at them now, because Tim Healy's aged loads, hasn't he?
Yeah, but in the show he was supposed to be older, wasn't he? But Neville was supposed to be the youngest one.
He was like the gaffer, wasn't he?
He's older in real life.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected.
Little bit of useless trivia there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is. Smack.
That's flat off.
Flat off. That's amazing, man, isn't he?
Oh, slack bladder.
No, that's why he calls him slack bladder. Well, if it isn't all slack bladder.
Fantastic. Yeah, it must be that.
Sausage side.
Sausage side.
Yeah, this line. Should be on my face. You get the impression he makes us up as he goes along, don't you? He's woof woof. There you go, like
woof woof.
She hangs around with the big knobs. This is used to a fella like me. He's talking to Darling, isn't he?
Yeah.
You see, when we're doing the quotes before, we should just quote it flash out.
Yeah.
How are they not laughing?
Good actors.
It's great face.
Probably why it took 6 weeks to film in rehearsals, because they probably spent the first 3 hours
Probably bored with it now.
They've laughed. They've got all out of the system.
You seen that?
Flicking his feet, it gives it a twist. That gives his wrist a little flick.
This is where he has it in for him, isn't it? Yeah. Wee chuck poo prong with pop. Smack.
He's too intelligent for him to hit him, doesn't he?
My God.
I think somebody's audio's coming.
Does he jump back when he's seen bored with it?
We need to. Someone needs to turn the audio down.
Or else we'll get a copyright strike off the BBC.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I've got my headphones. I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to listen to you on the TV at the same time.
It's hard. You'll have to turn it down like a bit too.
Put the subtitles on. That's what we do.
Put the subtitles on.
Praise Dr. Marion.
Whoa. Kiss him.
I've got subtitles on. It's not the same when you can't hear the bastard.
True. Are you up to the part where he's got his feet on top of Baldrick?
He's just farted in him.
I thought that.
That's brilliant, that, like.
I always see his fart on the subtitles.
Bob.
Shut up and shag that sister. It's Bob.
Is it the same lass who played Bob in?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yep. Here we go.
She looks familiar.
She was in like I think she was in like Coronation Street or something like that. But I remember the light. He does that in the second season in the in front of like Queen Elizabeth, and he kisses her like that, and he goes, "She's got a tongue like an electric eel, and she likes the taste of a man's tonsils."
Oh, nice.
It's just brilliant.
It's like Crufts in.
It's like Crufts in here. Oh, the 20-minute, that's 20-minute.
She was in Brookie.
Brookside. I knew she was in something. I knew she was in one of the soaps. Probably the last time I watched the soap when Brookside was on. Jeez. The stand. That's right. Hang on.
Why don't we just join?
And our elbows. This is brilliant.
She was in Curry for a while as well.
She was in Curry. I thought she was.
You can see who's a Curry fan in Galway.
No,
IMDb.
Clotted
Curry. It's me.
It's all coming out now, isn't it?
Whenever I got time to watch Curry.
Yeah, loose lips sinks ships.
There's Darling. Hello, Darling. The thing is that they've ruined that name for anybody that's got the surname Darling.
Darling.
They must get it all the time, wasn't they? Like,
Yeah.
Hello, Darling.
Hello, darling.
Darling. Morning, darling.
No, you couldn't. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Come on, darling.
I'm off to the shops, darling.
Could have started your personality from scratch if he was born yesterday. That nervous tick, he has got it all the time. Like,
yeah.
The thing is about him now, do you know what he's in now? Tim McInerney. He's in. Have a guess what he's in now at the moment.
Sherlock. He stays. He's in Sherlock. He plays what you call it? Sherlock Holmes' brother.
Apart from Sherlock.
Star Wars.
No. Oh, he might be in Star Wars actually.
No,
he's in Game of Thrones. Yeah, he's in Game of Thrones.
He's in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He plays Lord Glover.
If the was it the bank, the Black Bank or something?
Yeah, something.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's he plays Lord Glover from the North. The guy you're thinking of from the bank is Mark Gatiss.
Oh, yeah, is that him? Whoa.
Yeah,
it's
Lord Glover.
Oh, fucking hell.
You got him.
It's the one he surrendered. He surrendered to the Lannisters in the last.
That's the one.
The last season. Aye.
Yeah.
Was it?
Is that where that young lass is in charge? Is it?
Is it Stark?
Yeah, he's one of the House Starks, like sort of noble houses. Like he's like the Starks are the Lord. He's one of the top like lords in the North.
I think he surrendered.
Is he the one who got knocked with him for releasing? What's his name?
He got knocked with Robb Stark, didn't he?
Aye.
But then they come back around. But I think he's not been captured or something.
Yeah,
It's that long between seasons with Game of Thrones. I figure what's happened.
I think Jaime Lannister took his castle and he sort of surrendered.
He did.
That's right. Yeah.
I think they killed him anyway.
You seen this, man? The pants haven't been built yet. That'll take the job on. Well, if it isn't a whole slack there.
Is he in? So he's in 2 episodes. Rick Mail.
Yeah, he plays Flashheart in both episodes.
Episodes, right?
He's basically just playing Rick Mail. He just plays himself. It's just
Rick Mail and everything. Yeah.
He's pretty much Rick Mail and everything apart from bottom, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's on Netflix and all.
Bottom. We'll have to do a bottom stream. 100%.
How much bottom for you? But it was good, like.
We'll have to do one.
Yeah.
That's next. Bottom.
The way you call it, but you know what the thing
bottom
is?
Live.
The bottom live.
Bottom live was brilliant.
When they record it is absolutely brutal. It's how funny it is because like they all just start mucking up and the audience start like doing things to deliberately put them off and everything, and it just makes the show so much better.
I remember getting the first Bottom Live for Christmas, and I must have only been about 12 or 13.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember watching it at home. It was so funny. Yep.
Every
put
day.
my dad off. He bought it.
He watched it every day, I think.
I did. I think I watched it every day. It was absolutely brilliant. Like
it was that, and then Reservoir Dogs as well. I think it was like
yeah.
It was like an hour a day of Bottom, and then Reservoir Dogs.
we used to, yeah, exactly. We used to spend every like lunch break at school talking about Reservoir Dogs, didn't we? Like, that's all we used to talk about. That and Pulp Fiction. It's absolutely brilliant.
No.
Look at this is Navigator.
Got the dog. I went to the old cinema opposite the Odeon to see the dog because it was the only place I'd showed it at the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
What's it called?
Cinema.
Aye.
Tyneside, yeah.
When it first came out, it's the only place I'd showed it, and then when it got a bit popular, they brought it out at the Metro Centre. But that's
I remember the big posters being up for it. For Reservoir Dogs.
It was mint. It was like something completely different.
Oh, it was awesome. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, he's going to fall out back there.
Back to the plane.
Oh, there, yeah. Schnell. He has Adrian Edmondson, the Red Baron.
Oh, is it Adrian Edmondson?
Aye. Look at that, man.
Oh, I hope we land on something soft. Fine, I'll try and land between General Melchion's ears.
Yes, it's absolutely
they
brilliant.
piss out all the Germans in the First World War, and they were stupid anyway, the way they trapped them.
Of course they were absolutely bloody idiots.
20 miles behind the front line, and they just sent the boys over the top.
You just run there against the machine guns.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks for that.
Run, they walked.
I walked, sorry. You walked slowly towards the machine guns.
With your bayonets on. Oh, yeah, we'll be back here. These guys look like
and
we're back here.
Just remember, as you're walking slowly into machine gun fire, they're behind, 12-foot concrete
bunkers.
Yeah.
Trenches. What they've been built for ages, yeah. And they've got
it's like the scene in the last episode. It's like, the guns, they've stopped. Does this mean the war's over, sir? Which Blackadder goes, no. Our generals don't like. It means we're going over the top. Our generals don't like to shell their own man. They think it's more sporting to let the Germans do it.
Yeah, unless you're Americans, because they would bomb you on
You just offended the whole of America there.
I didn't mean it.
I did.
Truth hurts, apparently.
Look at this one. Yeah, the Red Baron von Richthofen.
See the move behind him when he fell against it.
Oh, slap.
I just wobbled, didn't it?
Aye.
The thing is, it's like a running joke, like, you know, like it's a reoccurring joke in 80s sort of British comedy shows. It's like slapping people. It's no, just getting slapped. It's just,
I think Hello was Hello. A lot of slaps on that
all the time.
Good, brilliant.
Good mooning.
Was the smoking band for them that always slaps?
Here's Melchett.
Oh, nice. Oh, what a watch.
No. Oh, it's amazing, that tash.
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's it. You seen the one where he's waxing it for his date with George. He's like,
the best one where he's getting done up and then he's keep calling him darling. He's taunting him right, like, say, darling, I love you, and he's like, don't.
But he's talking about George, isn't he?
Yeah.
He keeps thinking it's him. He's like, sir, I must protest.
Yes, don't call me.
Because he's going on about what he wants to do to George, and he thinks he's talking about him. Look at this. Your car, sir. It was an act of mercy. That dog had been setting him. Your dog, sir.
Flossie.
Your dog.
Permission to wobble.
Permission to wobble, sir.
Stout fellow.
Forward defense stroke.
Someone gives him a slice of rabbit pie instead of birthday cake.
Oh, this is mint. This
is mint. It's like to sides, isn't it? The land.
It's actual scale.
It's all the scale.
It's a little worm.
Life size. Little worm.
Measure it up.
Look at that, man.
70 square inch.
I'm just thinking of Chris Barry when he was in Waxworld, and he was like the general.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking he would have fitted in there perfectly.
Oh yeah. Oh, here he is.
Oh, there he is. Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie Hitler. Eddie Hitler.
Literally Eddie Hitler.
Yeah, Eddie Hitler.
My blondest friends. To do this. And kisses him.
I mean, be right bored. This looks like we're going to get Roger to death.
We're going to get Roger to death.
God.
Do you want me to go first? He's amazing, isn't he, Adrian Edmondson? It's like, how can you overact being like a Nazi? It's like, look at that, man. Is he breaking the wind?
Like what see, the characters he's played like a Nazi. Psycho.
Nazis,
punk.
And absolute nutter.
Oh, they're just Germans, yeah, you're right. Let's get factually correct here. They're not Nazis. You're right.
This is the First World War, the biggest family argument in history.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a load of cousins just gotten off each other.
A big Bosch gangbang. I don't want to spoil it, but I love this line by Rick Mail when he comes in, because he gives this big spiel, doesn't he, about how he's been wanting to meet him, meet like Flashheart. And he just waffles on and on and on, and then he just shoots him and he goes, "What a puff!"
I don't think they could get away with that now. Like,
no way.
You're going to go back to Sean Gill's home economics.
It's like in the first series when Brian Blessett's talking and he's like, I'll have to find it because it's absolutely hilarious what he says.
Brian Blessett's amazing, and he just plays Brian Blessed in the episode that he's in.
He's like,
Bones alive.
He's like,
he's completely over the top.
Richard the Fourth. Was it? He says, as the good Lord said, "Love thy neighbour as thyself," unless he's Turkish, in which case, kill the bastard.
Kill the bastard.
Get away with that these days.
The thing is, like, all these social justice warriors would eat this type of stuff alive.
Nah, they're probably best not make a new series because it'd be so diluted.
Now you can't get away with anything. That's the thing. The old ones you can get away with. You can't nowadays.
There's no comedy shows.
You see somebody just
everyone's offended by something. Yeah.
There is no real comedy shows now, are you right? Like, I don't watch any.
Yeah.
And only because comedy is taking the piss either out of yourself or someone else.
Yeah, and somebody always takes offense of it, don't they?
There's nice.
If you watch the remix of like this try to do, it just doesn't work anymore because you can't take the piss out of anybody, like you said.
No.
I know that the last really good comedy show brand new comedy show that I watched was I don't know if any of you watch it, but I stumbled across it by accident. It's a show called This Country. Have you any of you watched it?
No.
No.
It's really funny. It's really funny. Like, it's really good. You should watch it. It's about this brother and sister, and it's meant to be like a mockumentary. And these like chavies. Aye, they're like chavs in the West Country, and it is absolutely hilarious. You should watch it. It is fun. It's me.
What an entrance! What an entrance!
How many times has Baldrick been slapped?
Off everyone.
Give him the juice.
It's like for no reason he just hit him.
Just missed him there, like.
Yeah, he hit again. Yeah, watch.
Again.
He was like nowhere near him as well.
Come on, Chums.
Come on,
he wants to go back to comfort, doesn't he? That's what he wants.
Yeah, he's pretending to be injured. I've splintered my pancreas.
In his leg. Pancreas is in your leg.
Wait a minute. It's great, this. kind of tackle.
Grand National.
High necks for the Grand National. That line's amazing. I understand. Just because I can give multiple orgasms to the furniture by sitting on it.
Jesus.
It's poetry.
So how high are his trousers?
Bark.
His trousers are up to his nipples on.
Baldwin went bark when he went wolf.
Bark. Bark. This is it. This scene's amazing, yeah, with Adrian Edmondson. It's absolutely class. Yeah, he gives this big spiel. It's indeed an honour. This is what the pirates were like, weren't they? They were like gentlemen, weren't they?
The knights of they thought they were like the reborn knights of yore, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they call it. Raiders of the Lost Ark, isn't it? When it that's
yeah.
Whatever.
There's that big thing, and then you just like boom, shoot them.
On the rock.
I like Darling.
He's from a duster out. No, this is where Flash Hawk gets him, isn't it? Playing tennis.
I paint him.
Flash Hawk, yeah. High creep. Darling, this is great. The last person I called Darling. Pregnant 20 seconds later. Slacky here. But I'm going to do it anyway. Sticks in the arm, doesn't he?
Well.
This.
Try not to piss yourself laughing there.
All right, Sly.
Look at it.
He's dying to laugh, isn't he? He's Rick Mills dying to laugh.
So many chicks. Flash out.
I want something. Take it.
Don't slouch.
I think I'm slightly ahead of you.
Probably are.
He's still out.
Don't slouch, darling. Chairman on. Excellent. Stark Raven mad to refuse you. Well,
do you know why? Do you know why Melcher keeps going bare all the time?
Why?
It's because you know how in series 2 when he's on about Flossie the sheep.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's because of that. Flossie,
Right,
because he says he loves sheep, Flossie the sheep. So it's like bare.
All right.
Right.
That's a thing from the other one. Cool.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. That.
Classic.
You know, it is. I wish wish season 2 was on here because we could watch the beer drinking tits episode because that's just.
We need to find that one, don't we?
It's amazing. Honestly, it's so good.
Probably is it on YouTube or something like that?
Yeah, you can get the DVDs for next to nothing on Amazon.
Peanuts like on
4 series plus the specials on a box set somewhere.
But try to sync all that would be quite hard, like, wouldn't it?
Be good, I can do that, like just all set at 0. But I used to have all these on, like I was saying last week. I had this and Red Dwarf on video. And then, obviously, when video become obsolete, I had to chuck them all. And I've never replaced them. I should replace them, really, because I was obsessed with them when I was younger. I wasn't going to keep them. They're all on VHS.
I've still got all my videos. Like,
when was the last time you played them?
I've got. I think I've got Star Trek Voyager, the full series on VHS.
You had all them. You had all the Voyagers. I had all the Red Dwarfs and Blackadders. Yeah, but have you got a video? Have you got a video?
I haven't got a video player.
So you can't play them.
I know they're taking up space, but the boxes look good. But
they're in the loft. They're just chucked in the loft.
You need to let them go, man, and replace them. Honestly, it's pointless holding on. I made the decision when I was moving. I was just like, I'm gonna have to chuck these.
I'm keeping them, man. Keeping them. No, what? A few years.
Keep them.
That's it. No, I mean that's it. You You see
Keep
people
it to
selling
look
like
at.
400 like videos or DVDs for like 10 quid.
No, that'll be big money. 20 years ago, it'll be big money.
People can't get rid of them. And they take up so much space, don't they? They take up so much space.
They're
massive. They're massive.
But,
Just
mark my words.
totally
Come
remember.
back in. Everything.
I'll keep a hold of them. Yeah, I'll keep a hold of them. Then if Antiques Roadshow are in town, I'll
come
take
back around. You'll not be laughing now. Then come back around.
I will be.
You will be. Probably.
I'm just we're talking about the episode with was it beer when they have
yes beer yeah
and somebody knocks on the door and he says to Baldrick, "Hey, get the door, Baldrick." But there's a crash and Baldrick comes back in carrying the door. And Blackadder goes, "I would advise you to make the explanation you're about to give phenomenally good." The door, not good enough, you're fired. But my lord, my lord, I've been in your family since 1532. So it's syphilis now. Get out.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that episode was amazing. Beer, like, it's absolutely class. Because he's like, because Melchett turns up and he's like, "Oh, Melchett, you really are an amateur. You haven't even got on a pair of comedy breasts." And he goes, "Au contraire, Blackadder." And he opens them up. He's got a massive pair of gold breasts. So. It's superb.
I was like,
it's amazing.
And he's like, when he finally gets absolutely wasted, and he's like, what was these? Starts going on about the little goblin. See the little goblin.
See the little goblin.
The song that got good in quality.
Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Great writing, great shows. Yeah.
I know. I've got one more quote, then we'll call it a night.
We'll wrap it up.
If I can read it, like, I'll probably deliver it wrong. It says, Blackadder, he says, "A man may fight for many things: his country, his principles, his friends. The glistening tear on the cheek of a golden child. But personally, I'd mud wrestle my own mother for a ton of cash, an amusing clock, and a sack of French porn."
So what?
I have.
I'm Corporal Thunderpiddle.
I'm the French for like connoisseurs of porn.
I'm a compliment.
Back then. Oh Christ!
I'm nice.
Brilliant, man.
So
okay then. So any plans for the next stream?
Mm-hmm. We're talking
French porn.
French porn.
We're going to do a French porn live stream. See, this is the thing. I think Camel may have to do that one on his own, a bit like Dr. Smacktalk was going to do the 50 Shades of Grey special on his own.
I've got a good French porn film that's on Netflix. That's quite good. Actually, you should try and watch it.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
They should change your name. Change your name to Camel Tour Leader.
Watch it. It's very good film. I'll text you the name of it. I think it's called Deeper Shade of Blue or something like that. But
it's not red.
Yeah.
Not red.
I'm not saying much more.
Deeper Shade of Red. Oh, nasty.
I think Henry's up for it.
We'll see.
I love it.
Right.
That's brilliant. Right, I think we'll do bottom next. We'll do a bottom one.
I think bottom deserves it.
That sounded so wrong, by the way, didn't it?
Hope it's not Stephen's bottom, like.
Bottom special. Yeah, bottom special. Again, that's like the early 90s, wasn't it? That's a while ago.
Yeah, 90s, yeah.
Early 90s.
One of my absolute favourites, bottom. Yep. So, Captain Kebab, do you want to give your close-out tagline about tickling?
Provocative this towards the end, isn't it? Tickle that bell. Tickle that bell, everyone. And
make sure you tickle the bell and hit the subscribe button.
Camel
Leader's out. Camel Leader, you'll have to subscribe and get our subscribers up by 50%.
By one. Yeah, 50%. 50%.
Going back to the
I'll subscribe. I'll get myself in there.
going back to
Oh,
the
cheers.
as
We
See
appreciate
what
it.
shit we've been talking about tomorrow morning.
Fantastic.
we should have a throwback to the Super Troopers stream from earlier a couple of weeks ago. Was
Right.
who wants to comment?
We could,
Aye.
Okay.
Who wants to comment? No comments. No comment.
As well.
Oh, has anybody been monitoring the chat in case we've had any super chats? Oh, I'll have a quick look. I'll have a quick look.
Chats because
It won't take you long. Have a quick look.
I think I might have a few of my American comments, like, so we might have been banned by now. Like,
I'm just scanning the chat, and we've had 0 super chats. We've had none.
it's happening in there.
But yeah,
I'm leaving you. I'm up for the. I want more than that. Like,
we're consistent.
Sorry, we're consistent.
So you want me to go?
I know. Oh, anyway, I know it's off topic, but what's everyone's thoughts on Cray KK getting 3 more years in charge of Lucasfilm?
Surprising. I'm surprised.
Mm.
Sorry.
We can see it.
I kind of get what you call it. What Doomcock was saying when he was like, she's kind of stacked it so that there's nobody there who.
Nobody wants a job, do they?
You know, it's a poison chalice of the takeover. You've got all these people who she's stacked in other roles below them who'll just constantly be like sniping at them and trying to undermine them so that the role they do isn't, you know.
It's the impossible job.
What they should do is that, like, David should be that Darth Vader one. They should go independent, just let some independent kid do it.
That looks brilliant. That Star Wars series fan film looks absolutely amazing. It's going to be.
Give them money. Just let them get some unknown actors. Let them do things. Probably better than the shite they've put out.
Oh, it's been horrendous, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been awful. Like,
was Rowan Johnson still there? Okay.
He was tweeting again, like, you know, like trolling everyone, and he just put a picture of Kathleen Kennedy with a crown, and it was like, oh man, get out of our arse, will you? You fucking
somebody should shoot him, like, or something. With the laser blaster, because they're not real.
He shot first. He shot first.
Take a lightsaber to his knee.
Take his kneecaps out or something.
He's literally ruined Star Wars, one man. He's a fucking twat. Honestly.
So they're going to obviously are them in charge of episode 9?
Yeah.
It's George JJ, isn't it?
It's Jar Jar, right? Jar Jar Abrams.
Apparently he's going to bring the what do you call his parents back in the fold or something, isn't he? That's what I read that day.
It's all the same rumours from the. You know what it is? If you look back to before The Last Jedi come out, all the videos that are being made have got the exact same titles and headlines. It's all the same rumours. It's like Rey's parents, this Anakin Skywalker is going to be in this, Darth Vader is going to be in this, and it's like you're just recycling the same shit.
But it's the last one, isn't it? So they're just going to fucking spoil it. Well, they spoil.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we've got another 3 years, they must be having maybe at least one more film to release, like while they're still going.
I think was it Michael Eisner? Didn't he come out and say that they're going to slow down the cycle between
Bob Iger?
Yeah, but
Bob Iger head of Disney.
This is the last one of the trilogy, isn't it? So they've got to try and wrap it up, haven't they?
So do they have to, though? Because they've already shown that they don't care about the mythology or the lore. They just do whatever they want.
Well, you're probably right.
I mean, it's an absolute car crash, that bloody Last Jedi. It's so bad.
I don't even know what the plot's going to be. It's just...
Well, there's no plot, is there? There's literally no plot. It's like...
He's
everybody
messed it up, hasn't he?
Yeah. We'll just go off on some side missions and just, like, you know, just ram some social justice down your throat, you know?
Well, there'll be a gay scene between Poe and what do you call him? That'll be down there.
Oh, God.
Oh,
that's a bit grim.
No, well, probably that's what they want, isn't it? And about them being gay or something, isn't it? I've read that.
Well, it's like Lando. He's just like, you know, Pando Lando.
Pando.
What was it saying? Someone said You would hump a tree knot if it was at the right height. If it's at the right height, you'll hump anything.
Sorry, why bring Lando back? There's no point for Lando. Was never a big.
But apparently he's like in a wheelchair, and they have to like get him out for these scenes. It's like
who? Billy D.
Billy D. Williams, yeah.
Real life.
Aye,
yeah. I'd be old.
Mobility scooter. That's what he should have.
Yeah.
I spoken like a man of experience.
You should just put him in. I'm not a chair.
The thing is, if they give Pando or Lando a mobility scooter, he might try and hump it. That's the only thing.
that I run off to the dome.
You could do it up like R2D2 or something, couldn't you?
Hey, look, it could be like he's actually riding R2D2. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Jesus.
I like R2. I can't say that.
Not sexually.
This is just starting to remind me of. It's just starting to remind me of Geordie Star Wars.
So he's getting it back up.
Another cup of mushroom tea, Captain Sulu. You see,
he won't.
I'm like a thief in the night.
Yeah, it's just I'm going to creep around here like a thief in the night.
When Darth Vader says to him, "He won't be permanently harmed," and he goes, "No, but will he be permanently stretched?"
It's a follow creed.
Mushroom tea is one of the best ones. Like
mushroom tea, Apollo Creed, this is the nice.
Solid.
One of them Japs eye nights.
It'll be interesting. Anyway.
Well, lads, Camel.
It's been a pleasure.
I'm gonna log off
because it's my bedtime. I think because I've got to get up.
Yeah.
I'm mother, and it's really a struggle.
Right then.
Over.
See you next time, lads.
Next time.
Tickle the bell.
Leader one signing off, is he?
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, fellas. Bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Das Vidania.